Hi, good morning, everyone. Can you hear me? If you can hear me, type 1. Can you hear me? Great, great. Good morning, everyone. Nice to see all of you. Some I'm looking at pictures, some I'm looking at somebody here. Hi, good morning. So those who doesn't know me, I'm Lily. I'm from Market Center 3, team leader. And today we're talking about the power of database. Good morning, Chris. Yeah, so everybody here, I think most of you I know, and some of you I may not know. So hi to you all. And I believe that I think the last 2 weeks was an impact, right? Some of the trainers has already talked about a lot about database, lead generation. They talk about follow-up system. They talk about, I think, 8 methods, 8x8, 36 touches, and so on and so forth, met and unmet group. I think you're master to it already, right? So I will not talk about it today. I will not talk about today, or else you just kind of shut me off, right? So today I was thinking, when I was given this topic, I was thinking I would like to talk about the elements of human relations and in building your database, so that I always believe that this human relations in a database is actually very relevant and important in building a quality database, plus building a gold mine in your database, because a lot of things that is missing, you can have the finest methods, you have the great follow up, but at the end of the day, the elements of human relations are missing, some of them. So today I was thinking, why not I talk about the elements of human relations, and then later I will have a privilege to invite Janice. Janice Lee is our one of our top producer, and also transactional coach, to talk about her experience in the her how do I say her how she built the database, and how she actually, in her experience of sharing, how she used the database in a day-to-day life. So let me, without further, let me share my slides. Yeah. Can you all see my slides? I can't see the message. So if any one of you in the middle would like to ask me questions, just type in the chat box. I think the regional support team will be able to probably put forward to me at the end of the slides, or at the end of the day. Yeah. So today we're talking about how you turn your database into a gold mine. So let's start. Okay. So I think everybody is actually familiar with this chart. This chart has been, how do I say, has been repeated many, many times, because we feel lead generation is always the game, and we always lead generate, and it's the most important in the business, because without leads, you've got no appointments. Without appointments, you will never get to capture, and then you will never get to convert. So today, I'm not going to talk about what's the methods, but again, you know that this is a chart of our lead generation model, which I think John Quack or George and many trainers has actually repeated. So what is an effective customer database? A lot of people may ask, well, database is just a name and contact list. Database is not only a contact list, but it is an interactive and intelligent contact list, okay, that stores information about customers, not only names, contact emails, personal, families. They have a visibility over customers' activities and requirements. What do they need? What do they look for? Are they looking for now? Are they looking for future? What are they looking for? And the purchasing and selling history of that customer, so that you can provide an opportunity to build rapport with your clients. So this is the database. A lot of people think that, by putting master list into the phone, that is your database. That is not your database. It's just because you have not contacted them, you just a name and then a number. No. So in order to build a bigger business, right, a phone or a Excel, I think most of people are using Excel, is not enough. So probably temporary, if you're talking about 100 to 200 people, probably is enough. But as you grow bigger, effective customer data is always a CRM, a customer relation management system, where you'll be able to have all this. So we are in KW, and KW Command is the one that is a cloud-based CRM where you can actually make use of. So again, for those guests, you can actually go for online where you have a CRM system like Pipedrive, Salesforce, where you can actually make use of that as well. And you can actually find out in the Google about CRM system. So I will not dwell on that. So let's look at this. How do you approach your lead generation and conversion? How do you approach it as short-term reward or long-term gain? So in the survey, there are two groups of people. There are two groups of agents, I would say, right? This group of agents, they will do like penning for gold. If a lead doesn't immediately convert in a short term, they think it's a bad lead. They normally scoop up, like panning for gold, right? You know what's panning for gold, right? They scoop up all the soil, sift it to 1,000 no's, and pray for yes, a single yes. Whether they find what they're looking for or not, they disregard everything that doesn't provide an immediate payout. There's a mindset of survival. There's another group of people that is, they build relationships, even one that starts with a no during a follow-up. Every short-term rejection has the potential to turn into a long-term relationship that lead to a new referral and repeated business. They lead, generate, and routine follow-up as building a gold mine. So they have a mindset of a greater opportunity. So which group are you in? Which group are you in? I can't see the message. Don't worry. Whichever group you're in doesn't matter. No right or wrong answer here, because it depends on what you're looking for. If you're looking for building a business, then probably the group B will be more suitable for you. If you're in a sales job, then probably you just want to get a yes to every of your listing and you go in. But the only thing is that why I say business is in group B, because in group A agents, right, they spend a lot of money in doing a lot of lead generation and they're spending money. Do you all agree that lead has a cost? Every lead has a cost. So I believe so. Because I cannot see the message. So every lead has a cost, and every lead or anything that is put aside, you may lose an opportunity. So, but don't get me wrong, I'm not asking you to say yes to everything. So, don't go that they really ask me to do everything. No, no. There is a certain like no wrong number, you wouldn't want to follow up. So there's wrong number, right? So if you follow up also, it's wrong. So unless you can convert that person into turning into a customer base, which I feel you can also, but you don't want to waste time on that, right? So most important is that what do you want? How do you want to turn into a gold mine? And if it's a business, you wouldn't want to lose the opportunity, because I think yesterday was Roslan. There is a trainer, Roslan, and yesterday we're talking about lead by revenue, right? It's remargining your business. So everything that we do, there's a cost to it, and whether it is lead by revenue or actually it is some expenses that you should look at. So that is what I'm looking for. And I just want to ask you, Do you like to talk to people that you know or people that you don't know? I mean, seriously. Me, I would like to talk to people that I know. So basically, when I spoke to them already, of course, I have to go through an introduction to know me. Then later, the person that I know, I would like to continue talking to them. So it will be more, in a way that easy to talk to, right? So, well, which group are you in? So if you are in group A, maybe you would like to go into group B. Have a look at what is going on in group B. So just now when I say that not every yes, not everything that you say to yes, what is the behind nose? What is the behind nose? Okay, what is the behind nose? It means that what do they say when they say no? Is it no, don't have budget? Or is it no, this is not the right house? Or is it no, not sure can get loan? Is it no, not sure to buy now? I think many of them are here. No, not decided yet. No, they just bought. What is the no behind? For example, no, don't have a budget. So I think you're the best to answer that, right? What's the price range, what you're looking for? If I get you the right price or I get you the right house, when are you ready to buy? Or are you ready to buy now? So you need to understand them and no, not find the right house yet, right? What's the requirement? Is it certain things you're looking for, which is not in this house? What are you looking for? So find out what is it about. No, not sure can get loan. Well, can I recommend you a mortgage broker to do an eligibility on your part, or how much can you loan? What is your company can able to loan? There is so many things that you can actually talk to, and there's so many things you can converse with. No, not sure to buy now. Well, put on your consultant cap. You're all a consultant. You're not a salesperson. You're all consultant, and put on a consultant cap. Why buy now? Interest low. Uh, Owners flexible. There's so many things that you can by a lot of reasons, but hear them out and then you can give them a kind of like solutions. So not decided yet. Well, not decided yet. Why? What's your concern? I always like these words. What's your concern? What's your concern? Tell me about it. Sometimes they can just lost their job. They've viewed that time they have not lost their job, or they just the boss just reduced their salary, or so many things. Okay, so you just need to actually engage with them, and then just bought. So a lot of people just bought. They just disregard. Just bought. Do you believe that, I think we also show you the chart of one person can buy 4 or 5 times, or one company can buy 4 or 5 times. So what about their investment? What about their children? What about their friends and families? We can always put at referral. So try to know the no's, in a way that what is behind. So I would say that all this that you have qualified, all the leads that you have done, that's where you say is a next opportunity. Is the next opportunity. What's next opportunity for me to look at this buyer so that I would not waste the cost of the lead that I have? Because getting thing advertising is very expensive right now, so a lot of things are expensive right now. So how the best use of costing? So that is no. So today I would like to talk about more on what Gary Keller was saying. The size of the real estate business is always in direct proportion to the size and quality of your database. Gary Keller is our founder of Keller Williams, and he always say about database. And you look here, I underline size and quality. It's not only how big is your database, it's how quality is your database. A lot of people say, yes, I have 6,000. I love to consult a lot of producers, even external producers and internal producers as well. I was talking to them and I always ask them, how's your database? They say, oh, I got 6,000 of database. So I said, okay, how many have you contacted? I can only contact 100 and it's in my handphone. I said, what about the 5,100? What happened to them? They're sitting there looking at, I don't know, at the wall or at the computer. I don't know. So what is the quality of database? So you need to use and so that you eventually minimize your expenses, which you can do on a map group. Yeah. So for me is that I would say the quality of your database is determined by a quality of your relationship with your database. So no matter how your database is, how do you build quality? How do you build is by building relationship with them. So building relationship, there are three elements that key elements that I have actually from the survey that I find out. These three important elements, doesn't mean that others are not important, but these three key elements that is important in building a relationship, whether you are leaders, whether you are agents, whether you're what are you doing? But again, is that if you're looking into business, building relationships is very, very important. So how do you build a relationship that lasts? Okay. So here I'm looking at three key elements here: authenticity, empathy, and credibility with logic. So with authenticity, empathy, you have connection. Empathy with credibility, you have influence. Authenticity with credibility, you build respect. And all with the connection, respect, and influence, you build trust. So let me get into more detail on these three key elements. So what is authenticity? Authenticity, authentic, what's how being entered, a sense of genuineness, right? In feeling that others have for you. Okay, not you have for people, but people have for you. People are more likely to feel safer and reduce their fear of manipulation, especially now a lot of scam case, a lot of people are not genuine, they just want to get you to buy something, so these are authentic. So okay, but I moved that box over to down there, I can't see. So basically, are you bringing the real you into the table? The real you means a true identity of you. So how real are you? Are you the person that just care for your commission? Or are you really, really naturally share what you know, what you think, and what you feel? So how is your professional persona from the one that shows up around your family and the friends? So are you saying from the heart? I think I remember Power Monday, this Power Monday, where Norain shared with the investors overseas and how she's so authentic and how she actually relate her being there and to say from her heart. That's what authenticity is. That brings the buyer that relates to her. That is a relationship that we are building. Okay, I believe that she doesn't build only that, she's been building it throughout already. That's why the customer is very confident and looking at her. So because that one will be second elements that I'm talking about. So authentic is how natural you are. So are you saying from the heart? And I'm not saying that sometimes a lot of people say saying the heart, you mean that I need to blurt out everything? No, you don't have to blurt out in such a way that no respect with pride, so I still remember there's one case where owners complained and told me about one agent that they said that what's going to happen to my house right now. And this agents said, no, your house is going to degrade in price because in front is building something that is, tall and everything, in a way that, it just like blurt it out. So we have to think it over. Is it that we should say or certain things? Maybe I wouldn't say that, because some people will like it to face a shopping mall. In front is going to be building a shopping mall. Some people like the shopping mall. So it is the way that we will find the right buyer for you if you want to sell later. So it's not that, people don't like shopping mall buzzy and everything. So sometimes certain things we are authentic, but we also need to know how to actually relate it in a respect and not prideful way. So that is what I said, authentic. So are you with authenticity? The next one I'm going to talk about is credibility. Credibility, well, is everyone's plate right now. A strong sense of personal responsibility comes with building credibility. As a leader in the market, you're all leaders in the market. You are the face of all the purchasers, and also the, how do I say, the sellers, right? It's not always about what happens, it's more about what's happened next. What are you going to do? What are you helping them for? So in a way, so let's say, is your reasoning, judgment, and decision making sound? Are you giving facts and figures? Like I think Amiro is sharing, you need to look at facts and figures to actually talk to people so that they will be able to understand and relate to you. My internet is unstable. You're okay, right, to hear me? Or I'm just talking myself? Yeah.
It's okay.
It's okay. Okay, great. Because it just shows my internet is unstable. So great. So let me know if you all can't hear me. So it's a two-way communication. I would like to talk to you, but I can't see the message though. So if there's anything, just let me know, stop me, and I would gladly answer you. So nowadays you have got so many things that you can actually print out, facts, figures, so that you can actually reason with the judgment and decision that you are giving to your clients. Okay, the second one is, can you demonstrate a strong ability of ideas and well-considered opinion? A lot of people give facts and figures, but they don't know how to read the facts and figures. So a lot of times, that why some people do not know how to read the facts and figures, because they did not do their homework. Do you do your homework? Do you survey around the area that you are marketing? Like I think most of the top producers that the Power Monday, they do a lot of homework before they actually talk to the client. So instead of jumping into conclusion, there is that. So with the facts and figures, with your homework that is being done, right, and you'll be able to relate that, how do I say, that ideas or that opinion. So sometimes certain people ask me, what do you think about the area? What do you think about this house? What do you think? So how do you want to answer that? How do you want to put, the last one is faith in your judgment and your competence. So without looking at or without doing your homework, you definitely cannot answer this. You just blurt out something that you just want to blurt out, right? What I said. So with that judgment, right, you have logic. They will understand, they will be able to kind of like understand you on that point. And they also kind of like, you'll be able to talk to them with a consultation mode. If you do not know what's going around, then it's quite hard. So another thing is that a lot of people, like I said, competence, a lot of people say, hey, I'm new, I got no skill. I got no knowledge, right? Well, you've got no knowledge if you do not do your homework, you do not study, or you do not go into, or you do not listen to your coach, or you didn't listen to the training that is saying about their experiences. A lot of things that doesn't have to be own experience, because everybody doesn't experience the same thing. Okay, they experience different things. So for example, if I talk to my colleagues, which is actually, people are now talking about collaboration and great teamwork they were talking about, right? So talk to them, and when they have experiences, doesn't mean that this is not my experience. It doesn't happen to me when no, just look at what experience that they have and do not do that again. Or if it's a good experience, let's do that. So we always, if you do not have enough own experiences, then learn from other people. Learn what they do. Learn what the top producers do. So if the top producer is doing 8 times 8, 36 touches and met an unmet group or what they're doing, follow what they're doing. That's experience, and they can give you results. So if results that doesn't give you good, just turn it as a lesson learned, so that the lesson won't be on you. The lesson will not happen to you. So that's the most important things. So credibility is something that a lot of people may think it's not important, because nowadays a consultant is not a salesperson right now. So the third, talking about empathy. Okay, the third important element is empathy. Empathy is not sympathize. Empathy is able to understand how other people feeling. Okay, the ability to remove assumptions and truly connect with what they may be going through allows a human experience relationship. I'm talking about human relationship. So again, is that, do you listen to reply or listen to understand? What's the meaning of that? Do you really just, some people will say, yeah, 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 yeah. They actually don't understand. So can you naturally relate to their situation? Listen to understand means that you ask a lot of questions. You kind of like know what their no's and what their yes is, and then what are they doing. So I still remember I was talking to somebody, okay, and somebody was saying, I said, how's your business? And somebody was saying that, ayo, COVID lah, nobody wants to see, nobody wants to view your problem. So I said, ayo, COVID, because of COVID, you also don't want people to be risky, right? Right. So I said, you don't take it as a kind of like, it's a big problem, right? Because you also need to care for people, right? What happens if they go there, they cannot COVID, right? So you also don't want that to happen, right? So sometimes we need to understand people's feeling. People, how do I say, people, what they fear of, so you can say, I totally understand your the situation right now. Why don't I walk with you with Zoom, the house first. Let me show you in Zoom what is happening in the house and what is going to provide in the house. Let it go through first, so that you don't have to go from houses to houses and houses and visit your family. I care for you, because you don't have to visit your family. Let's go through here. Maybe I can show you 10 or 5. Then later on, when the MCO open, I can actually show you the actual house that you really wanted to view. So that is a really, really kind of confirmed cases already, because they are like already viewed that Zoom walkthrough. I think on Power Monday also, they're talking about how they walk through Pavilion and everything, right? That makes the person that able to converse into that. But again, is that just now more on the credibility. Empathy is really, really looking into why. So sometimes they say, oh no, I really cannot buy right now. So being an agent, sometimes we also like frustrated, like you're viewing so many times and suddenly you don't want to buy. So ask why. If the reason is reasonable, then yes. If sometimes some buyers, they play you around. So with more question, with more kind of like curiosity, come from curiosity, you ask many relevant questions. Then from there, you kind of understand that have you looked around any other area, so kind of like have you found anything? Why are you not buying? They will tell you, oh yeah, I look for that one. That one very nice. Can you reduce your price? But why you're not buying that one that's so cheap? Right? There must be some reason why you're not buying that one. So comes in terms of understanding what they are looking and what they are feeling. So I would say that empathy is very important, and most important right now, MCO, do we care? We really care or not? So that's the most important, because if we really care for a person, the person will care for you. So it's a vice versa. So with this, the client will experience the real you, okay? Because people like to talk to not a fake person, but a real, and they have faith that your reasoning and judgment are sound. You're a consultant. You say whatever things that is logic, and then they believe that you care for them. So with that chart here, connection, respect, influence, you build trust. So what trust can do? Always Ziegler always say, if people like you, they will listen to you. They all listen to you. But when they trust you, they'll do business with you. So I would say that you should mind your database, right? Of course, you must do your work of touches them and everything, but with the authenticity, with the credibility and empathy, you actually build connection, you actually build influence and respect, and so that trust is being built there. So this is actually my last slide, basically, and because I feel that with three great elements in you, right? Everybody has a different identity, because nobody can be, nobody can be Janice, nobody can be Florence, nobody can be that, because our authenticity is different from anybody else. That makes you, when you know yourself well, right? You bring the best in yourself and others. So always be the best version of yourself. The way you handle people, right, stands out. So your personal brand is what differentiates you from others. Personal brands means that, who is this person? Yes, they are from this company, but who is this person? It's not about knowing about the company, but knowing that person in that company, what their culture they have done, what the value they can bring out. That it stands out to even though there are 2-3 people in that area that doing, but there will be 1 or 2 that stands out. Why? Because they have this element that they build their best version of themselves, and from there they have many business. So I would like to say, in a way, build your relationship with these key elements, and with that quality of relationship, you actually build your quality of database. When you build a quality of database, you can actually mine and turn the whole database into a gold mine. I'm actually basically finished. I would like to invite Janice. Or is there any question that I answer 1 or 2 before I call Janice? No? Okay, well, my slide is very clear. Fantastic. Or you all don't want to talk to me? Because okay, I would like to invite Janice. Janice is one of our top producers and also a transactional coach. Janice, are you there?
Yeah.
Can anybody
Hi.
spotlight her?
Hi,
Okay, let
everybody.
me see.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me, Lily?
Yeah, I can
Yes,
hear
can hear
you. I
you.
can hear you loud and clear.
All right.
Okay,
Okay.
so
Yeah.
introduce yourself. Introduce yourself and tell me how many years you're in the industry and what you're doing.
Okay. Hi, everybody. My name is Janice Lee. I've been in this industry for the last, this is entered into the 17 years. It's
Mm.
really long. Yeah, I'm specialized in industry properties. Since the second year, I joined this industries. So since then, I never turn back. All right.
Wow, is one and only company that you're working with?
Yeah. In fact, this is a second company that I work.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I I like the culture of when I joined. I like the culture of Redfield, where we stress on the integrity. That is where the a place that I think I want to be in. Yeah.
Great.
right?
Wow, 17 years of fantastic industrial properties. So today we're talking about database. Just want to know how large is your database as at today after building 17 years, right? And basically, how
Okay.
big?
You 5,000 plus minus, but this database actually you don't really make use all of them because as you know where uh, it's too big the database you can't focus and you can't really actually work on your target
Mhm.
uh, database on your focus on the uh, where the the quality customers. So for overall this 5,000 over contacts, I think basically I'm working on just about less than 10%, less than 5% of it
Mhm.
as on ongoing.
5% is about what? Two 250?
That I will grade it to A or B and C. And if really,
Mhm.
yeah,
Great. But for industry, 250 is really, really quite good because they're all
that's
million
it.
dollars properties, right? And some
That's
of them
yeah.
are 10 million, right?
That is inclusive of the listing of the owner and the
Mhm.
prospect buyers.
Great,
Yeah.
great. That means we're talking about more than that. So tell
Mm.
me about how often you actually connect to these, 5 to 10% people that you are looking, how often do you contact them and do you actually follow up? How was your follow-up plan? Just tell me about it. Yeah.
Okay. My follow-up plan is simple because not complicated at all. I normally I will identify my targets. So targets
Mhm.
is like just a handful of this target in one time. As a I don't easily divert my focus once I identify them, and
Mhm.
with as you know that with limited time and ability, I will do follow up. I'll do follow up based on the characteristics of people and value of the properties. Is is
Mhm.
a is a is a you because since you have such a big database, you can
Mhm.
choose your target. Yeah. So that's how I work on it now with persistency and purpose too. Yeah.
Right, right.
Right.
What I hear from you is that you actually categorize, kind of like qualified them and
Yes.
categorize them into like this is the one that is going to probably buy, that you have the listing already they are looking for, and these are the category that you are probably going to find for them, or these are the category that you think is a potential to work for a future, correct? So you kind of like follow up in such a way that you every time you just identify whether it's valuable or to you, then you work on that, correct? Then as you sold already, you just add on the balanced database that you're coming in, correct?
Correct. Correct.
Okay,
So
great, great, great.
mm,
So, how has your database benefit you so far? And how many percentage of your closing are from your past clients or your sphere of influence? So people always say SOI, and or referral from your past clients. How many percentage from there?
okay. Definitely, I'm that benefited from my database. So whenever I have new leads, first thing I'll work from the database. Yeah, as this is the faster way to start the marketing approach, and the approach will help to generate more leads and also contribute cost saving in marketing. Yeah, so this where I think database is really important for every one of us to make use of it. When
Mhm.
each and every time when if I close once I close the a deal, then it can be generate again for the next level. Like since I have the category A, B, and C. So once the category done, A done, then the category B will surface. And this leads is, and the database will keep you going and going and growing. You have no time to I mean, to be sad over that deals that you cannot be concluded, or failure that you have gone through, or your disappointment. You have no time to stay on the disappointment for a long time. It will just keep you moving on. Yeah,
Busy, right? Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
correct.
So I was just wondering, I wouldn't say because it's not nice for me to say the actual value and everything lah. But I think I know that you've been closing quite a number of big deals, which is I wouldn't say the number, but definitely more than 10 million lah. So I don't want to say much, but definitely big deals. So is that from your database that you're following up? How long have you been following up with them?
Yeah, in fact, this database, you can keep continue and repeated sales for 10 years or more than that. This is the
Okay.
relationship, and also the over time, that how you nurture the relationship with your customers, and to make them trust you, and then like you and listen to you. So over years, that from that's why the my in my database, there are a lot, quite a numbers lah, quite a numbers of these customers or clients, is a repeated customer. So in terms of the value, or a number or percentage, I can't really tell the exact percentage, but a value of the sales is definitely more than 50%, 50%,
Mm.
or throughout the 17 years.
Great, great, great. More than 50%
Yeah,
is for referral and repeat customer is
yeah,
pretty, really awesome. Yeah,
yeah.
so you don't really need to actually talk to somebody that is new. So with your database, it's enough to cover. So, wow, great. How do you actually build that trusting relationship and with them, right? You know, what do you think that is in you that they trust you so much? You know,
Uh,
tell me about your experience of the 17 years. Yeah.
Yeah, all right. First of all, is I think like just now, Lily, you have shared with every one of us here the five lemons of the characters that we knew, that to bring the engagement, that the customer that see your authenticity. I think this thing is very important, right?
Mhm.
And that is how, where they see these elements in you, they would like to engage with you. I think this is a very, very important elements that you share with everyone of us here. Yeah. So from my the relationship is that I will actually let the we will show the I mean the care, and once responsibility is very important. Once we know that to me is something that assignment. When I know this customer, they are looking for properties, or they are having a property, the listing that they hand over to me, and not I mean, it's so-called a preferred agent. Maybe it's not
Mhm.
exclusive, but you know that where you stand, and you are the preferred
Mhm.
agent. So when you have this position, then I think you should take responsibility to do your task, and to
Mhm.
let them know that you are care really uh, uh,
Mhm.
I mean, we are working on their interests, and also let them know that they are important to you.
Great,
So
great.
that's
You actually build that relationship with also with your responsibility as well, because as I hear from you lah. So I still remember there's one trainer was talking about Mindshare, and they're talking about how you know, people only remember 1 or 2 or 3 agents in their mind. You know, 80% of them only remember certain people. So are we in that category? If you're not in the category, I think there's some elements missing from there, right? In saying that. So that word of preferred agent, I like that, because that preferred agent is a personal brand that you're creating in that circle. So Jenny, just one, how do I say, what is the longest relationship that you have in your database? The longest one that you're still keeping and you're still contacting them and they are contacting you. It's the longest.
10 years.
10 years, huh?
Yes. Yeah.
Wow,
Because
fantastic,
from the
fantastic.
first, because when the first few years that I was in the business, I mean in the industry, maybe I was still learning lah. You take no, there are a lot of things that we are you like how you're going to identify your target and all that. It takes times to feel to know about your target. Yeah, to how you
Yeah,
want to
yeah.
work about it. Yeah.
Yes, yes, yes. To get lead is easy, but to understand your what I hear from you is that to get lead is easy, but to understand them, to build the relationship actually takes a longer time. But even though they bought from you, even the first time also, but by building a relationship, they will actually buy a second one, third one, or refer to you, right? So my last question is that, do you still spend time in generate new leads?
Yeah, I still do. I need to keep this new leads to come in to keep the ball rolling. As you know, where over time, you know, we've got this in the database. It is some of it is like it may not use it for maybe 10 years. So you do not, because it's too huge the databases are. So some are the very long. You do not have time to follow up with all the database. So as I will still say that every now and then I will target on the quality of the customers. Where some, like for example, the new list come in, you'll be able to talk to them, to understand them instantly. Well, in the database, this once the new list came in is considered is your new database. So this is how you keep rolling, and I will never keep myself sort of like free, or
Stop
you
from
have
lead
nothing.
generation,
Yeah,
right?
correct. Yeah.
Great, great. I know that you're doing a project right now, which is SIP industrial, right? You're doing a projects right now in industrial projects and commercial as well, right? So I believe that these new leads is also kind of like expanding your horizon further, and also to give your team, your project team, some kind of like a collaboration, so that you actually can work further to close more deals, correct?
Yeah,
So those
yeah.
people, well, collaboration is here. Those who has got customer who wants to buy any industrial, right? Well, Janice is here. So if later on Janice put up your handphone number, as anybody wanted to collaborate with Janice, feel free to ask her on that question. And basically, lead generation is always continue, so that database will be bigger. And from then, once you actually kind of like identify and qualify, it is a quality database that you're following up with. That's what I hear from Janice, right? So great, great. Any question? I think I got saw a question
Yeah, there's a
here.
few questions on the chat group. So Christine Tam asked, what's your advice on starting up 17 years back compares to now with all the high-tech support? Like, I think she asked what's the difference between then and now?
Yeah, of course, with the high tech now, it is going to be, I mean, it make a life easier with that support, that you can easily extract your target, and you can work on, for example, you have a listing that you want to reach out to your database. So from the technology, like in our command, because we with the system that we can type this group of people and instantly that we can reach out to them.
Yeah, I still remember when I started that time, I was writing in the book only, like Gary Keller's shoebox, right? But I'm in the book of notes, right? Where it's so messy with the colors and highlighted. With the technology, it's so much easier. All you need is to tag them and kind of like filter them and then follow up with them, right? So it's so much easier. And with the automation of Smart Plan, it's so much easier as well. So I hope Christine answer you. Janice answer you this question, Christine. So I think there's another question, right? Is this?
Yeah. Julius Slim, he asked. This is not so much in database, but do you face customers that just want to fish you for free information on their property value or market insight, and how do you handle that?
Yeah, definitely over these years, you all kind of customer you will face, but this nothing will disturb me from moving forward, as you can't be bothered, as your database is so huge enough and your target is enough to keep you moving. I don't bother whether they fish or you can't, sometimes you can't identify they are genuine buyer or they are just fish the information, or maybe they are undercover. So I have no time to bother all this, you see. So it is, in other words, that I have something to give me moving forward, and I don't bother whether if somebody is undercover, they're trying to. They are also we meet agents also. They pretend as a buyer. So these people, we just let go of them. Yeah.
Yeah, just don't focus on this so much, but focus on the opportunities, right? But I would say that I think if you were to build that relation that is so strong with the owner, right? So strong with your lister, right? I believe that a lot of things they can get free information they wanted to, but they cannot get your property. The worst is that you have half of them, right? But again, is that your owners will always come back to you to actually say that, hey, there's one agent coming in, you handle it. Because we have, I believe that many of you experience that the owner actually love you, trust you, and they just don't want any, how do I say, to handle anything. Because I have actually appointed an agent. Why would the agent not kind of like handle for me, right? Normally owners are like that. But why owners have many agents? Because they don't trust some of them. So if they trust you, they are preferred agent, right? They always go back to you. I have got many that is buyers coming to, but they always really just handle it. Or Janice, you just handle it. And I don't want to think about so much because I know that you can do the job for me to filter. I always believe that build relationship, whether it's a buyer or a seller. Once you have that, the trust is there. The trust is there. You are not afraid of anything. You are not living in darkness. You are actually living in a way that you able to understand them. They understand you. That's your gold mine can be seen very clearly. I hope, Julius, that answers you. Any other question before I actually ask the last question to Janice? No question. Probably I pass it to the regional to on the advertisement, and then I'll come back to Janice. Janice, stay for the last question. Pass to you, regional.
Waiting for the announcement slides to be on screen. Hi everyone, we have some quick announcements from regional before we get back to the training session. So remember to join us tonight as we kick off our very first Let's Talk Facebook Live session. You can click on the link in the chat to find out more about how to join us tonight. And also here's next week's virtual training calendar that we will be posting up later today. if you are a guest joining us this morning, do sign up with the link posted in the chat box. Besides that, our Readfield KW Malaysia rents also stand a chance to win 1,000 Age Prop credits and $50 to be used in their KW Command campaigns. So this internal competition starts from 15 to 27 June. To qualify, you just need to create and add a minimum of 10 listings to the Age Prop portal, and we'll be choosing one winner from each market center. During this MCO, we will also continue to, next please. Yeah, so during this MCO, we also continue to share relevant touch points to help you to connect and follow up with your database. So stay tuned and download these touch points from our workplace group review happenings every Thursday. Next, please. Lastly, our Red Day initiative is still ongoing. We're actually looking to donate 100 computers to underprivileged students. Besides that, we are also collecting cash donations that can be used to refurbish these collected computers. Next. So as of 14 June, we have collected 31 computers and 11,000 plus of cash donation. So that's all the announcements for today. Thank you, and let's get back to Lily and Janice.
Thanks, the regional team. Thank you so much. So, Janice, okay, see here. So, what's the one piece of advice that you would like to, say to the audience here before we end? I know you're a transactional coach, so you have all lot to say, but only one piece of advice only now.
I think it still goes back to the very general advice where you need to work hard. There's no doubt of it, and don't be afraid to face challenges. These challenges, in fact, I personally think it is a turning point to make you grow stronger and better. Yeah, and also important to keep a positive mindset and work closely with your mentor. Yeah, if you are new lah, right? So,
Great. Wise words. So keep working hard and face your challenges and just continue and just do it just like Nike, right? Great. Thank you, Janice. And thank you everyone that is attending today. Thank you for freeing your time to come in and listen. Thank you so much. I hope you learn from this session, and I'll see you again. Bye. Thank you so much. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.